Hey folks, Dave Sharp, Dave Wood here, co-founders of Empower Network, and good to be here. Welcome to the back office, and you're on lesson 2, which is blog daily. This is the core commitment, and obviously going through these core commitments, these are really the essential things that you need to do as a member, customer, or affiliate of Empower Network to be core, okay? And as we go through these core commitments, you're really going to kind of get the understanding that this is very simple. There's not a whole lot to do. Obviously, we want to keep this as simple as possible for people who are coming in, because everybody is not a guru. This is not geared towards gurus. This is not geared towards people who are technically inclined. It's geared towards people who are average, normal people who want to get in and build a business on the internet. And obviously, we have some offline stuff here too as well. But what we've built this entire system around is a blogging platform. And there's a couple of reasons why we did that. And there's a couple of reasons why we tell you to blog on a daily basis. I'm going to turn that over to Dave here in a second, because what we did when we originally created this platform was we modeled a couple of very successful marketing modalities. Okay, I always focused on, hardcore direct response marketing techniques like driving traffic through a sales funnel, and obviously we have that here, and we have a really good one. But there's power in content creation, and what we're going to talk about here is we're going to talk about a little bit of a different side of blogging, not particularly a side of blogging to where it's kind of Me Too content, which you're welcome to do that, and you can blog however you want. This is a community of freedom. But what we're going to also encourage you to do is be yourself. We're going to give you a perspective here in this video and talk about a couple of concepts that most people don't talk about, because most training out on the internet when it comes to content creation is training on Me Too content, duplicate content, slam things with backlinks, and try to rank it in the search engines. And when you find something in the search engines that's not entertaining, that's not useful, what do? You usually look for something that's entertaining, that's useful. And there's a couple of different ways that you can go about creating content. Dave Wood is probably one of, if not the best example that I can think of or personally give people whenever I'm talking about someone who's built a business based on a blogging model. Of course, I always talk about you because that was your core marketing modality when it came to content or when it came to marketing. Of course, you have other skill sets and different things that you did, but there's no better person that can talk about blogging than this man. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate one thing, okay? When you look at these things, it's not the 8 core suggestions, it's the 8 core commitments. And the reason why we call them a commitment is because you're either in or you're out. You're all in, and you want to make money in your business, you want to succeed, whether it's here with Empower, whether it's with another network marketing company, whether you're trying to sell info products or products on Amazon or whatever it is that you're doing, you want to succeed. These are the 8 core commitments of somebody who succeeds. If you don't do them, you're not core, you're not going to succeed. So one of the core commitments, and this is just across all of our leaders, you'll notice every single one of our leaders doing it, is blogging every day. You say, daily, Dave? What do I write about? This is the question that we actually get quite often, is they say, well, how do I do SEO? And the reality is we're not talking about SEO, folks. We're talking about creating something every day and writing every day with the intention of being core. Because if you do it and if you learn a little bit every day, you'll get better. And you say, well, tell me a little bit more about how to do it. Well, if you actually look on the screen that you're on right now, of course, you see little darkened out edges because we have the pop over video, but there's a green button that says log in and start blogging. All you do is you click that button. You can click add a new post. And then you just write a post. Simple as that. 500 to 700 words. You could write 1,000 words if you want. You say, Dave, what do I write about? Well, here's the thing that I think a lot of people are disconnected on, is the biggest traffic on the internet is not anything that you're, thinking really hard about. The biggest traffic online is stuff that people like to see, like Dave was saying, social content. I'll tell you, if you really want to master blogging, if you want to be a master of the art of creating content, there's one product that you absolutely have to get if you look at the tabs of the products, and it's the 15K formula. More on that as we go through a little bit more in the Fast Start trainings. We go a lot into the details, the science, and how to do SEO, how to do that backlinking stuff. But let me tell you what I did that was a little bit different, that has made me more money than all the people out there that are experts in just getting traffic through backlinking and SEO. What's made me more money is I realized that the internet is not something where you're just slamming people in. It's a relationship and a communication game. So what I did in my blogging that was really unique originally, because everybody around me was just writing reviews on companies. It was like affiliate marketing review. Is X product a scam? Network marketing review? Is X company a scam? And you know what? People see it and they say, this guy is a boring asshole. And it's just the truth of what. Do you see people liking posts like that on Facebook? Do you see them sharing them on their wall? Do you see people saying, oh yeah, I want to participate in the discussion under this post? No, what happens is somebody sees the post, they open it, and they hit the X button, they leave the site. So what I did that was a little bit different on my blog, and this is why my personal blog gets 5,000 visitors a day still, even though I haven't done anything on it in, like, since we launched Empower Network now, 6 months, we still get 5,000 visitors a day on that thing. The reason I get so much traffic is because what I did that was very unique was I said, well, instead of being a boring asshole all the time, excuse the word ass there, but I just like to say it, I'm going to actually create stuff that people want to see. I'm going to create information that's useful to people. I'm actually going to answer people's questions. And so this is a strategy that I have for you to start blogging, because you need to do it every day. You say every day before you go to bed. I don't care if you want to be core, if you want to be all in with us, okay? If you're tired and it's 11:30 at night and you're just like, oh shoot, I haven't written a blog, then you get your butt up, you take 15 minutes, you write 3 sentences on your blog, and then you say, all right, I'm done for the day, and you go to sleep. You just do it every single day, because if you do it, I promise you, you'll get better. Had an experience today in the Facebook group. There's a guy, you guys need to join our Facebook group. It did come in your member email. We're talking more about that too. But we had an experience in the Facebook group where, a guy wrote this comment. And he says, he made, what did he make today? It's like $1,000.
But he's getting 50 leads constantly.
But what did he make? It was like
just over 1,000.
It was like $1,000. He's obviously an affiliate selling our stuff. And I was like, we're like, holy smokes, what are you doing? And we looked on his blog. He's written like 360 posts. Okay, we've only been around as the time of making this video like 5 months, and he says, guys, they tell you to blog, listen to what they say, do it every single day. I do it several times a day because all I do is blog, and I'm getting 50 to 60 leads a day. Folks, we tell you to do it because it works. We're not telling you because it's SEO. We're not telling you because it's complex. It is not complex. What is it? It's sharing your thoughts and ideas. Do you like a political candidate? Blog about him. Write a 500-word post. You like a spiritual leader? Blog about them. Learn something at church this weekend? Blog about it. Have a breakthrough family experience? Blog about it. Write about it. See, here's the magic about content like that, is your family sees it, and they like it. They don't go and say, oh, look at my boring asshole, relative who just wants me to get me in his scheme. They look at your stuff and they say, wow, this is really interesting. And then what happens is they go and they click on that banner on your blog. Everything on your blog at Empower Network is affiliate coded to you. You know what that means? It means that if you create content and somebody sees it, they click on that banner and they opt in, you get the lead, we do the selling. If the person buys, you get the commission if you're an affiliate. What does that mean to you? It means that the more content you create, the better. Here's the second thing that you need to know, that if you don't blog every day, your team won't blog every day. And I'm saying, folks, every day. And you know what a cool side effect of Empower Network is? What happens is, if somebody writes a lot of posts and then they cancel their product, well, that content stays on the site, but because they're no longer active, you, as their sponsor, you get the traffic. So that means if I bring Dave in, and Dave goes and blogs every day, useful stuff, interesting stuff. Put a video from YouTube on your blog and write about it. Put a Tony Robbins video up there on YouTube that you see. Just put a link to it and write about it. Say, this is what I just learned today from Tony Robbins. You know what I mean? Pop your own video in there. Say, hey, I want to tell something that I learned today in the Fast Start training. Write about what you're learning right now watching this video, and just write about it. Share it with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Share it in the groups. Okay? And you know what happens? If he comes in, he writes 100 posts because he listens, and then he's like, I'm on to bigger, better things in life. Folks, here's what blogging does. And why am I explaining it like this rather than a whiteboard, rather than showing how to do it? Because number one, it's just easy. All you got to do is hit that button and start doing it. If I explain it to you, if I try to make it complicated, you won't do it. But I'm just going to tell you right now, before you go to the next video, I want you to write your first post. Okay? In fact, right now, hit the pause button you see. I want you to do it before you finish watching the video. You can open up a new tab, you can do whatever you want to do. But before you finish watching the video, I want you to write a post. Just write about why you got involved in the Empower Network. Write a little bit about yourself. Say, what do you see here that's a little bit different? Is it the incomes that are extraordinary as an affiliate? Is it the simplicity as a customer and just using our product? Is it the ability to do things and travel the world? I mean, why are you here? And just write about it. Just take 30 minutes, just hit pause, and meet me back. I'll be right here. Okay, have you done it yet? If you haven't done it, pause the video. All right. I'm going to assume you're back. I'm going to assume that they're an honest person and they're back. Now, that's what you need to do every day. Once a day, you need to do it. Doesn't matter if you're making $1 million a month. Doesn't matter if you're past that. Doesn't matter if you don't think it works. Just do it every day because it does work. And here's what it does. Every time you go out there and you put your creativity on your blog, you put a video on your blog, you write a little bit on your blog, you learn a little bit about blogging, you just keep getting a little better and a little better and a little bit better. You keep having more presence and more presence and more presence. You learn how to share your stuff a little bit better. You learn how to create a few more links to it. People start liking it. People start sharing it in groups. All of a sudden, you get a little bit of personality. I want to tell you a true story. And this is why we're explaining it like this. See how confident I am in these videos. Dave, you notice it, right? I can get in a video, I just talk. There's no script. There's no outline of what we're going to talk about. I know what I'm talking about because I blog. Yeah, turn it down. No script, no outline. We've got 2 glasses of water and a little thing because I have sweat on my forehead because it's in Costa Rica because this is not a green screen, right? I know you think that it is, but maybe I'll jump in my swimming pool a little bit later and show you it's actually a swimming pool sitting there. So here's what I want to get across to you, right? I just sit here and talk, right? Right? Don't I, Dave? I mean, I could just pop on. He's seen me get on with no plan, talk, and sell $50,000 of stuff with no plan, making up a presentation on the spot. Like I planned it. You've seen me do that several times, right? Yeah. Like at the Live the Dream. You saw that event where I spoke and 300 people threw up, literally throwing money at me, throwing cash at me. I mean, we're talking, they were taking money out of their pocket and throwing it at me like wild, crazy people. And I can actually prove, maybe I put this in at the end of this video. I might have a special surprise for you who keep watching this video. But you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
300 order forms. People had an order form that said only $8 million. They had no idea what they were buying. Everybody put their credit card info in and just threw it at me, right? And you say, holy smokes, where'd you learn to do that? I started making a video every day a long time ago, right? Every day I make a video. And when I first started doing it, I was sweaty. I was a scared, I don't know.
I've seen your first video.
I was terrified.
Wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it was completely horrible. I looked bad. I was poor. I had no money. I was like, my name's David Wood. I mean, it was just awful, right? It was completely awful. But you know what? I made another one. Came back and I made another one. Came back and I never deleted any of them. You could still find all my old boring crap, okay, on the internet. It's still there. And the reason I leave it there is because I still get leads from it today. Today I get leads for my very first video that was horrible and awful and all sorts of negative reviews are on it underneath the video of people complaining about the video and how awful it is. And I still leave it there because I still get leads from that stupid video that I made years ago. But you know what happened? Magic. All of a sudden I started making a sale a day from my blogging. Nothing else. Blogging every day. You say, what were you blogging about? Whatever I learned that day. I just blog about it. Nothing magical, just whatever I learned that day. Blog every day. Blog every day. Every day. 7 days a week, Dave? Well, yeah. You say, well, I'm religious. Well, then write about God on Sunday, right? Or Saturday or Friday or whatever it is. Write about God that day. Anything's welcome here. And I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. Video 50. I remember it like it was yesterday. I got up to where I was making about $300 a day. Now, I wasn't getting no 100% commissions. I was getting these little wussy, tiny, itty-bitty, weeny commissions, right? Yeah, I wasn't getting what you're getting here. I was getting these little itty-bitty, tiny, itty-bitty, wussy things. I wasn't getting leads from my downline blogging when they quit. I was getting leads from just what I did, right? And you know what happened? The lights clicked on. I flipped the camera on. I looked in the camera, and I just talked. And it was like this river of information came out of me. And all of a sudden, I was confident because I'd done it badly 49 times. See, but most people, they won't do the 49 times. Most people ain't core. Most people ain't going to live on the beaches of the world. Most people won't make a decision. This is the easiest thing you'll ever do in your entire life as far as the structure of it. What do you do every day? You blog. And then follow the rest of the 8 core commitments. How do you blog? You just do it. You say, Dave, I'm a bad writer. You'll get good. Blog 50. 50 days from now, you'll start being like, oh, wow, I'm starting to spell good. Oh, wow, I learned a little bit about punctuation. You'll be like, oh, wow, I got a lead from a blog. My family saw this and they don't think I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? It'll be amazing what will happen to you if you decide right now. So here's the question for you. Are you committed to be all in with Empower Network? Because I'm telling you something, folks. I ain't never seen anything like what we have here. Now, I'm not just talking about the affiliates here. I'm talking about the results we're helping other people accomplish in other business. Let me tell you a story the other day about blogging. Okay? About blogging. Why am I just talking about blogging? I'm so passionate about it. Yeah. Changed my life. This made me go from wandering around Walmart, hitting people up, trying to call leads, to all of a sudden people hunting me down saying, Dave, here's my credit card. Let me buy everything. That's what happened to me. And Dave has seen me in a room taking call after call after call. I've seen him do it through paid strategies. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I've seen call after call after call, right? And people are like, David, I'm buying this product, I'm looking at it, and I'm ready to spend $1,000. But I just need to make sure it's the right thing to do. I say, yeah, absolutely it is. And they're saying, well, I can't believe you took my call. Here's $1,000 all day. And you know what? You can do that too. Doesn't matter if you live in a van. You say, Dave, what do you mean? I lived in a goddamn van and I started blogging, right? Every day. Doesn't matter if you're rich. Why? Because if you're rich, a lot of people are like, well, I'm just going to get a person in the Philippines to write my blogs, and they'll suck and they won't get you any leads and you won't make no money from them either. If you want to make money, your personality. That makes sense? We don't want trash on the Empower Network. We don't want garbage on it, right? We want you. Everybody wants you. And that's the beautiful thing here. We're here to empower you. Because you know what? We're not you. I'm not you, right? I can't have your personality. I can't. It's impossible for me to do what you can do. I can't share the things that you can share. I haven't been through drug treatment like Dave's been through drug treatment. Can you imagine the power of a post about his experience in lifting his life out of drugs, winning his daughter back, going from me going from a van? See, I can write about that, but can I write about you? Not like you can write about you. Share your story with the world. That is the message of the blog system at the Empower Network. It is not there to spam the world. It's there to give value to the world, right? It's there to empower the world. It's there to lift up the world. It's there to share information that will change people's destinies. And we're going to do some things with this thing over the next year that will absolutely just completely knock your socks off. But what do you got to do again? Blog how many days a week? 7. Why? Because you ain't no wussy. Now, we say wussy a lot at Empower Network, and here's the reason why. Because what's a wussy? Here's the reality of what a wussy is. A wussy makes excuses for everything. A wussy blames their problems on other people. A wussy gives all the reasons why they can't do something, and they never think about why they can. But you know what somebody does who ain't no wussy? They make commitments. They make a commitment to their wife, and they keep it. They make a commitment to their business partner, and they keep it, right? They make a commitment to their children, and they keep it, right? They make a commitment to themselves. The only person in the world who knows is them. And you know what they do? Somehow, some way, they do it, even though nobody knows. That's what somebody who ain't no wussy does. So are you all in or not? If you're all in with me, run with me for the next 90 days. I promise you that if you'll follow the steps we go through in these videos, that if you'll do all 8 steps, and you say, Dave, can I do 7 of them and still succeed? No, if you do 7 of them, you're going to struggle. You got to do all 8. Why? Because these are the 8 steps that I did that took me from a van to making 500 a day, to making 800 a day, to making 1,000 a day. Today, what are we? 10,000 a day? 10,000. About 10,000 a day. 2 homeless guys. How? The 8 steps, the 8 core steps, the 8 core steps. How do you succeed here if you're an affiliate and you want to sell our stuff? Follow the 8 core steps every day. How do you succeed if you're trying to sell something else? Follow the 8 core steps. We'll help you, no matter what you're doing. Welcome to the Empower Network. Now, hopefully you've written your first post. If not, write it now before you go to the next video. Then come back, watch all 8 videos, because all 8 are equally important. And I'll see you on the beaches of the world. And make sure, by the way, if you're an affiliate here, you want to sell our stuff, you got to hit that My eWallet button. You got to pay the admin fee. It is required. This is how we pay you out. Okay, so you got to activate that $19.95 a month like I mentioned in the first video. So make sure to do that. Write your first post. See you in the next video. Looking forward to it. Anything else, Dave?
See you on the next video.
All right, guys.